Alright, so a couple weeks ago, I posted a video. I do post a lot of those, but maybe you saw this one. I was showing like the temporary computer office setup that I had going on while the desk was under construction in the normal office room. And in that video, while I was showing the under construction desk, I did mention that when it was done, and I don't know why I'm doing this, gotta get those sick gains, even while recording videos. Yeah. Anyway, I mentioned that I was going to do a little setup video of the office room once the desk was done, and it's done, and I think it turned out really well. So here, a little preview before I just turn the camera around. Let's take a closer look. So, we enter the room, but not before walking by the closet of centipedes. This is where like that 6-inch one that I was talking about came out of, if you happen to see my tweets on that. But then we turn left, and hey look, it's like a desk with computers and stuff, and lots of sound panels on the walls that I still have yet to hang up, but they're there nonetheless, and they do dampen the audio quite a bit, so I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll just have them leaning against the wall for now until I decide that it's worth mounting them up. I have a bunch more, so I'm thinking I can go like double layer, probably, like double height, probably not over there, but I have smaller ones as well, actually, so that can still work, and then maybe like double height on this wall over here, but I really do like just having a plain white background for my webcam and stuff, and it also makes it like really easy to isolate me for thumbnails and stuff if I want to just, not have a background in there and make it me with transparency around me. Anyway, just a small note. But here we go. The main thing that you're interested in. It's basically the same, monitor setup, computer setup as it was before. However, obviously I have a bigger desktop here. I don't know the exact dimensions of it, but I know that it's plenty of space to accommodate stuff. So the differences are, though, I've actually got the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 like set up nice and permanently with all the wires tucked away right here. So both of these, along with like the optical audio switch and the HDMI switch that are up there, I can now just record or stream from them at any time that I want to, like really easily without having to unplug and replug in things, which was a problem in the past. Also, the wires were all over the place, which really bothered people in the past setup videos. So, with that said, let me show you the wire situation. Granted, it's not perfect, but as you can see, there aren't wires all over the place back here, which is an improvement. It's just, coming out of the holes from under the desk and then going to whatever components need to be up top on the desktop here. So it kind of it is what it is. Now, I guess if I wanted to improve things a little bit more, I could do like a monitor stand and then just have all the wires kind of just running up the middle part and then out to the monitors, but I'm kind of fine with it. It's really not that intrusive. Now, funny thing to point out, the microphone stand here. So, yeah, the back of the desk here doesn't overhang enough to clamp this clamp on. So I was like, hey, maybe I can fit the clamp into the hole here where I stick the wires out of. Turns out I couldn't fit. You can see like the scrape marks as I tried to put it down in there. I was like, whatever, it's the inside of the stone, so it's not a big deal if it gets scraped. But it got stuck. Didn't go all the way through. It is literally stuck and I can't get it out. So let's hope that I don't have to move anytime soon or move the microphone because it's not going anywhere. Or I'll have to like get a new stand. I literally pulled as hard as I could without thinking I'm gonna like break things. I probably couldn't break things. It's heavy stone, but it's jammed. Yeah, good job, Jordan. You done did real good. Now the only wire that is possibly gonna frustrate people is the Ethernet cable, which I tried to tuck away as much as possible until I get a more permanent solution with like routing the cable across sort of the trim at the base of the wall. But goes down here. See, it goes along the light thing, then under the rug, and then it comes back out over here, and you can't really see it. And then it gets concealed up again by the sound panel over there. So it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's a good temporary solution, and then I was thinking later on, right, I'd have it plugged in back behind here and then sort of routed along the baseboards. I mentioned that before, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. Anyway. So we got now more of a permanent spot for the MIDI controller that I can just always have plugged in when I need it rather than having to sort of fetch it and set it up each time and move my keyboard and mouse over just because there's like no room for it. And then you're wondering where the computer is. Well, let me show you. we'll walk on over here. It's just got a little cupboard area. Don't worry, it has plenty of ventilation. I'm kind of even going overkill on it by just leaving this door open, but it's also got some mesh over on the other side to give it plenty of ventilation as well. And don't you worry, I've put my hand in here plenty of times. Thing's blowing out cool air actually for the most part. Keeping itself nice and cool. So, see, this is where the glorious wire setup is. But now it's completely concealed because we shut the door and then you don't see anything. Isn't that just phenomenal? Now you may be wondering where all the other wires are. I know I'm focusing so much on the wires here, but that's just because they were such an issue before that everyone was like, ugh, it's gross. So, we come over here and you can't even see it because it's really dark. But all the wires are just across this tray at the back. And then they crisscross from the console side all the way to the computer side and then up the two holes there. And, you know, works out pretty well. The only one thing that I was worried about, my computer didn't just blue screen, the monitor is just shut off because the display went to sleep. Like, wow, nice job, your computer blue screen in the middle of a vlog. What good timing. The only thing I was concerned about was, like, I was wondering if just the plain white stone would be too plain instead of getting something that had some veins, some texture in it. But I think it turned out pretty well. And I love the waterfall part. The waterfall is, I was mentioning this in the other one, but how the stone just goes over the edge here and then down to the ground. And I think it was a really, really nice touch. How you see that in kitchens sometimes. You're like, that's a nice kitchen. And I wanted to be like, that's a nice desk. So that's what we got. We've got like more storage space and all the cupboards over here, and all that stuff is actually plugged in because there's an outlet inside that cupboard. And we got more storage space over here. I'm contemplating later on maybe doing like shelving up there, but I haven't settled on it yet. So really the only thing that's left to do in here, possibly some artwork, but I'm conflicted, right? Because you have the sound panels, and the more sound panel coverage that you get, like really the better audio quality you're gonna have. So I was like, oh, maybe I should just replace this sound panel right here with a painting, just lean a painting up against, or one of the paintings I have up against the wall, but then I was like, but then I don't get that sound panel. So I'm torn. I'm really torn. Also, I didn't really focus much on this cabinet thing over here, but that was added as well, same time as the desk, and just got a little bit of storage space in here for like files and stuff, and then the rest of it is kind of just, it's dead space, but it was so it all, you know, looked nice, because there's a little indent in the wall there, so those cupboards can go in pretty far, but then the rest of it is only yay deep. So, anywho, that's pretty much that. You got the whole like office tour setup thingamadoohicker there, and pretty happy with it once again. So yeah, dude. Hope you enjoyed watching. I don't even know if I'm in frame right now. Hopefully I am. But that's all for now. So thanks so much for watching, and look forward to some videos coming from the new setup. You probably already noticed because the webcams are back to just having the white background. So, which, you know, some people like the busyness that was in the other room with more things going on. But I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you next time.